Today I'm going to teach you how to control somebody's mind. Now I'm not talking about the kind of mind control where you put somebody to sleep and they wake up quacking like a duck or anything like that. I'm talking about the kind of mind control where you can make something and make the user kind of react in a predictable way. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is user experience and design, and how good user experience and design can really make your users react predictably. So good user experience and design, it's very clear, and it encourages exploration. As you can see here, there's a lot of applications that have great design. You clearly know what to do. You can push the buttons, and you know exactly where to go. And clear direction in design makes users use your product how you intended it. There's no confusion. They know exactly what to do, and it almost feels like the app is using itself, and you know exactly what to do. There's no confusion. Now, as a mobile developer in the field, I've come across a whole bunch of applications that are just horrible. You know, you're very confused. You're looking at what to do next. The colors are horrible. It's kind of making you blind a little bit, and it really just confuses the user. And I've heard it said that good design is good business. Basically, when you make things that look good, and this isn't just with design and user experience. If you're running a store or a supermarket, you know, placing certain products in certain places, really the goal is to look at how your user is going to interact with a product or an application or anything in particular, and think about how they're going to use it and how it's going to impact them and how they're going to use it. So there's the first thing to note is that there's a lot of great stuff out there. Now that a lot of people have been doing design for a while now, there's a lot of great stuff out there, and you really have to ask yourself how you're doing something different. And the first thing to note is you really have to know your audience. You have to know who you're designing for. You have to know who's using your application in this case, or your product, who is using it the most, what's your target audience, what are they doing with it, are they old, are they young, do they like ads, do they hate ads, what kind of ads do they want to see, so things like that. You really have to know who's using your application. You have to do some research and figure out who you're targeting your product for. And it's no surprise that design affects the bottom line overall. The great design creates great results. You're going to see, with increase of good designs, you're going to see an increase in revenue, and it's just a fact. You can see a whole bunch of surveys and different studies that show that great design literally equals more money. Now, people don't want to see bland things. There's been a lot of designs out there where it's just a basic font on a clear screen, or it's just light background with some boring font on there, and people don't want to see that anymore. They want to see things that are exciting. They want to see things that are going to make them kind of curious and wander into what you're doing. So when you design something, make sure that you're making your product exciting. If you were to use it, would you keep using it? Would you want to use it? So make sure that you are designing things with the end user in mind and what they would want to use. Now, last of all, I want you to imagine this. Imagine you go into your boss's office and he says, "Well, Billy, we've seen that you've given us a 900% increase in sales, and it's all because of your great design skills, and now we're making lots of money, and we want to promote you to CEO or whatever." And this is literally what happens when you use great design. Great design equals success, and when you use design in a very thought-out way, success is guaranteed. And there's a lot of surveys out there that have shown that great design equals success, and you can expect a whole bunch of success with better design. So now my challenge is to you: how are you going to use great design to control somebody's mind? Thank you. How long was that?